Angel from Resolve here, and I want to show you our new model federation. This means that we can take any of your models that are hosted on Autodesk Forma, bring them into Resolve, and combine them into one experience that works smoothly in your web browser and also on your wireless Meta Quest. This means no more having to create container files in Revit or Navisworks just to push to Resolve. It's very simple to set up, and once you connect the source models that you want into the federated model in Resolve, everything updates automatically. Let's see how it works. So I click Add New Model, and I make sure that Autodesk is selected as my source. Right now, we only support federated sets from models that are hosted on Autodesk Forma, or Construction Cloud as it used to be called. And now I can explore all the files in my account. By default, the single file mode is enabled, and this only allows me to choose one file. If I click on Federated Set, now I can select multiple, and you can see I have a combination here. I'm going to show you combining an NWC and some Revit files as well. I'm obviously going to skip the architectural RVT because I opted for the NWC version, and I will click all of these and hit Proceed. Now I enter a name for my federated set. I will call it Federated Building. And if I am bringing in some RVT files, Revit files, I need to make sure to select a view, because this is what will help Resolve determine which view with what elements being shown or hidden you want to federate in the model. If you're using model coordination on Forma, there's a very similar step there. So here I will do this view. Here I will do 3D existing. I'll do the new construction. I will do this view here, plumbing. Let's do this one, and structure only. Before I hit Federate, I want to explain that I'm linking these files from Autodesk Forma, meaning that I only have to do this setup step once. Then whenever my team or the design team or the trade partners teams push to Autodesk Forma and update the model, the federated view in Resolve will update automatically. So you don't have to go in and push or export anything on your own manually. It is set it and forget it. It takes maybe 2 minutes to do the first time around. So now we click Federate. And just to show you what this corresponds to on the Autodesk side, these are the files that I just linked to Resolve. These are the individual files that I had hosted. Prior to this, if you wanted to add multiple disciplines into Resolve, they did all need to be in a container file. So you needed to create a Revit file with a view that had everything linked in, or a Navisworks file that you then had to update manually. Maybe not on Resolve because we have the connection to Autodesk, but maybe you did have to bring it into Navisworks manually, then push it to Autodesk Forma, and then it would finally automatically update and Resolve. And that kind of defeats the purpose of the automatic workflow. Now you just select the individual files that you want, and as the versions upgrade automatically on the Autodesk side, they will update in Resolve. Once the model's done processing, you will see it here as the entry with this icon that indicates it is a federated set, and it has this drop down to show you all the source models in this federated set, and it has the Revit view in parentheses so you can see, and shows us the individual version of each file as well. Now we'll click Web to view it in our web viewer. Okay. If you're familiar with this project, it is one of the sample projects on the Autodesk side. So I brought it in to show you everything is in here. And if I open the Layers tab, we can see all the models that I brought in together, and I can turn off certain things. So let's turn off just this. There we go. So now I'm just looking at structural and some of the HVAC. And now I've turned on electrical. Let's turn off the structural stuff so we can see just the HVAC and electrical components. And let's turn the structural back on. So everything is in here. I'm going to toggle everything back on, and you can see with our Wellington engine, everything is rendering very smoothly on the web. I can share a link so my colleagues can jump in here. I can view it on the iPad, and I will also show you what this looks like in VR. But that's how simple it is. Everything will come in automatically, all the disciplines, you just have to set it up once. A lot of our customers were starting to depend less on Navisworks workflows and more on Autodesk model coordination workflows or Revisto, where they were just federating individual files. This unlocks being able to use Resolve with those workflows and your issue workflows as well. So if I click on the ACC tab here for Autodesk issues, then if I click on this issue, this is making a round trip from the Autodesk side, and you can see it lands in the correct spot in the model. You can also sync issues to Autodesk from Resolve, or if you're using Revisto issues, you can also bring them in. I haven't turned it on for this project, but you get the idea. So it doesn't matter that you're not uploading a single file anymore. All the individual files come in, and then we push it to the respective source as you leave annotations in Resolve. Now I'm going to jump into VR just to give you a quick peek at this federated model inside of Resolve as well. I am now in that same federated model that you just saw on the web, but in my Oculus Quest, and I can move through the model, go into the building, and the main thing that I wanted to show you in the VR view is just how smooth it's rendering. This is all powered by our same Wellington engine that we have been working on for a few years now to make sure that very complex BIM datasets work as smoothly as possible on any device. If I open the Layers tab here, you can see I have the same exact objects that I saw from the web viewer, and I'm going to hide the architectural view, and now I can just see structural and MEP elements, and I'm flying around. I can click on individual objects here to get their metadata. I can hide that object if I wanted to. I'm going to click on the floor here and hide it as well. So everything that I brought in via all those federated models is now in here. And I can isolate individual pieces of equipment, or I can, let's turn off these room boundaries. As these update on Autodesk, they will automatically update in here. All your systems, all your disciplines come in. It's that easy. We're really excited to simplify the workflow for teams, so let us know what you think, and as always, thanks for watching.